Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Rahmi Maulina. I'm studying from English Department, State Islamic Institute Loksmawe. So in this occasion, I would like to present you about teaching English with the topic the difficulties of teaching English and relationship between research and teaching. So let's start with background of the study. So this is a background of study. Researchers have conducted a large number of studies to solve problems and help teachers to overcome their difficulties. They have also tried to find the relationship between the result of research and their teaching. Learning English as a second or foreign language has received a lot of attention, so teachers have to find some well-planned and organized ways to facilitate the process of learning and teaching. So in this presentation, I will tell you about why teachers have difficulties with teaching English language and what they should do to facilitate the teaching process. And what is relationship between language pedagogy and research, as well as research and teaching. And it's also several strategies and methods that teachers can apply as instruments to improve their students' learning English. So there are 5 points we have to discuss in this occasion. First, conducting SLA research. Second, the relevance between pedagogy and SLA research. Third, the interplay between research and teaching. Fourth, analyzing teaching. And the last, different strategies in teaching English. For the first point is conducting SLA research. Teaching English as a foreign language is a general issue, and researchers have investigated problems in all aspects of teaching process. Some researchers have disputed that one of the vital reasons to do SLA research is to facilitate second language teaching. The important thing is every good classroom practice is based on well-informed theory. There are problems in the relationship between SLA research and language teaching. For example, the results of studies about universal grammar are not relevant to everyday teaching. There are two kinds of knowledge, practical knowledge and technical knowledge. While teachers are concerned with improving practical knowledge, researchers deal with developing technical knowledge. Technical research is explicit, and researchers can find a good method by experiment, but practical knowledge is implicit and it is not based on the experiment, and teachers can find a useful way to teach by experience. A goal of SLA research is not simply to find effective teaching materials to help teachers to implement a certain lesson efficiently. If SLA is construed that way and research is not able to fulfill solutions to practical problems, it is then concluded that teachers should stop taking into account research and simply depend on their own practice. Okay, next, the relevance between pedagogy and SLA research. The main goal of the research is to find and develop alternative methods in pedagogical problems. There is an interrelationship between language pedagogy and SLA research. It should be found out how, to what extent, and in what areas. Evaluating the relevance is very important, so researchers should know how they evaluate the relevance. Okay, next, point number 3 is the interplay between research and teaching. As teachers and researchers, they cannot work in isolation each other. If they are to help our students meet their needs and accomplish their goals, Researchers should pay attention to teachers' idea because it fosters the relationship between teachers and researchers and leads to the production of a useful research that can be more related to classroom practice and therefore more likely to be used by teachers. Most of teachers had an agreement with using SLA research in teaching, but some of them believe that their teaching experience is more useful than using research in classroom. And next point is analyzing teaching. Teachers should know what students learn, how and why instruction influence such learning, and how lessons could be based on this information to be more influential when teaching them on next time. Teachers should not separate the teaching skills, for example, teaching grammar in isolation and without context. Students should learn all skills to improve their language learning. There are two forms of integrated skill instruction: content-based language instruction and task-based. In content-based instruction, students can practice all language skills through learning different contents, while in task-based instruction, students are involved in communicative tasks in English. Okay, the last point is different strategies in teaching English. The main goal of language teaching and learning is to develop the speaker's core skills with a good command of grammar. But this is not the ultimate goal. The final objective is to empower speakers to be able to use language communicatively. For improving these skills, teachers choose the best strategies in the classroom. There are strategies of good language learners such as planning strategies, active, empathic, formal, experiential, semantic, practice, communication, monitoring, and internalization strategy. There are many more strategies that can be used, and as the teacher, we should have 101 strategy to teach our students. There is no more agreement on what exactly strategies and how many strategies exist, how they should be defined, their market and categorized, and whether it is possible to create a real scientifically validated hierarchy of strategies. Classification conflicts are inevitable. The goal of teaching English is to facilitate learning language. Teachers can choose and use good strategies that researchers suggested for using in the classroom. These strategies are useful for planning before teaching and using them during teaching program. Okay, now in conclusion, researchers conclude that teachers can use the result of studies in the classroom to facilitate teaching English language, but teachers sometimes have doubt about the relationship between the result of studies and teaching because they believe these studies are general and cannot be used in different situations. Researchers state that teachers need the result of research because they can adapt and the result in their classroom practice. Some teachers prefer to use their teaching experience instead of using the result of researchers in the classroom. Other researchers suggested useful strategies to help teachers. Teachers use different strategies to plan the lessons because these strategies are adaptable with the classroom situation. Even students have good strategies to learn English language. And as the result, researchers and teachers should have a close cooperation with each other to get the best result in teaching and learning English language, as well as decreasing the problems in teaching and learning English language as a second or foreign language. So that's all for my presentation. I really apologize if I had a mistake during my presentation. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.